drinking it. Going live. What's up, everybody?
We had some technical difficulties.
Very much so. Let me
but we made it. We made it. Ooh, your light is bright in here.
It very is bright.
Oh, shit.
Let me get me set up here on this other. Oh, shoot.
Can we get an audio check?
Mic check.
Can you guys hear us? Is anybody in here?
Let's see.
Y'all tired of messing with us?
Trying to get it in here. Let me turn down this phone. We've been messing with this live. My husband got a whole new system that he got going on, and we couldn't get the volume to work. So we eventually came in my she shed, my little she area.
Anyway,
to talk.
I don't know what she's talking about. Can y'all hear us? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got some audio? So I don't need to do
Got
this.
audio. What's up, you guys? Like I said earlier, we finally are back on. We've been away from YouTube for the last probably 8 weeks. My husband's been recording videos, but he has not been putting them out. So it is no excuse. Well, he could have still been keeping you guys updated on what's been going on because we've had a few things that's going on over the last 8 weeks. Why don't you go and catch him up?
Well, it didn't happen over. You know what? We had a great time in Jamaica.
We did. Anniversary.
We did. Yes, we had a great time in Jamaica. That's one of the videos that I've been meaning to put up, just to show y'all the time that we had. You know, but if you follow us on IG, go on over there. You can catch up and see a lot of it until I put the video up. But here's what's crazy. This is what I'll catch y'all up on something. We go on vacation. When did we get back?
June 23rd.
June the 23rd. That's when we got back. Or is that when we left?
We got back. We left on the 16th.
Oh, so we got back on the 23rd. Flew into Dallas. That's where I had my truck at. We drove down to Dallas, flew out of Dallas to Jamaica.
But why do we have the truck in the shop for?
It was just getting the PM. Got the PM. Anyway, come back from Jamaica. I'm thinking, let's hit the road, make a little money, come back to the crib. So, long story short, picked a couple loads, went to pick up the first load that was bringing us here to Denver so we could get rid of all our luggage and all that stuff out of the truck. And really?
It says my battery's low. Yes, really. I didn't think I was going to have to use this. You had it set up in there, right?
I did.
Okay.
Obviously, I did. You know that old saying, stay ready so you don't have to get ready?
There you go.
I was sleeping at the wheel. But anyway, picked the truck up, headed to pick up the load. Now, literally, I got about a mile, I would say 2 miles down the road. The truck starts losing power. Before you know it, I mean, smoke just coming from everywhere. Now, I'm bobtailing at this point. But I try to turn around and hoping that I had enough, the truck had enough life left in it to get back to the shop or the operating center where I was parked at. And that's who did my PM on the truck. Didn't make it back. Now we're on the side of the road. Got to call a tow truck.
Midnight.
Waited about
3-4 hours.
2-3 at least hours
For
a tow truck to come.
Yeah.
Anyway, it tows us back. What? 3 miles?
Yeah.
2 miles? 3 miles?
It's about 3 miles back to the original shop, and we had to wait until almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon for the shop to plug in to see what the diagnostic was. But then they told him that they had a bit major customer going, so they can't. But I guess basically couldn't get to us to fix our truck.
Wait, this is how this works. This is now. I'm leased on to Schneider, but see, I don't have a Schneider
Lease vehicle.
Okay? My truck is through my bank or whoever, however you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And basically, that's how they were treating me, being that I was not
Leased on to Schneider.
It wasn't one of their lease trucks.
Low priority.
Low priority.
Mm-hmm.
And I get in there, well, like I say, we get towed back over there about
5-6 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. They told me to be about noon before they could even, like she said, before they could even plug in.
And
about noon, I go in there.
But before noon, hold on, babe. Before noon, we cannot turn the truck on. Now, if you know Texas weather is hot. So from 6 o'clock in the morning to noon, we could not turn the truck on.
You had air back
We had a little bit of air, but I'm saying it was hot.
We
couldn't turn the truck
air
on.
because we have a
inverter.
No, it doesn't work off the inverter.
I don't know what it worked. It was hot. I don't know that much.
We had air, so I don't know what she's talking about. There's not up in the front. I have it's not an APU as you know it, like the little generator. Mine runs off the batteries, okay, which is more of an electric EPU. That's a better way to put it. But anyway, she had air. She wasn't like dying or nothing, No, she wasn't, because I was right there. Hell,
he was sleeping in the back.
I went to sleep.
He's sleeping in the cool part. I'm in the front part. So of course I didn't have none.
Why was you up front?
Because I went to bed from 3 o'clock in the morning when the tow truck until that morning. But see, he was up the whole time waiting to talk to the shop, so he didn't sleep. So I swapped with him so he could sleep in the back, and I came in the front and waited until they came.
Well, maybe when she was up front, but I was up there for a while too. Anyway.
So noon.
Anyway, noon came. I go in there, and they're literally about to tell me, hey, we can't get to you. And I'm actually going, I'm mad already, because in my head, they did something to my truck. You know what I mean? They did something to my truck. It just cost me the tow to the shop. Was it $350? No, it's $425 because it was at night. At
night, yeah.
So that's
for 2-3 miles.
That's what made it a little bit more higher.
Mm-hmm.
Is that some good English? A little bit more higher.
But
anyway, so from there, we noon came. I go back and forth with them. They do plug it in, because I say, man, just plug it in, get it on the diagnostics machine. Let me know if this is something y'all can fix. They're going back and forth with me. They finally tell me, yeah, but it's going to be Friday before we even look at your truck.
And it was Wednesday. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Because we already had a load we were supposed to pick up.
Yeah.
And get back to Denver on Thursday. So we were already running behind.
So everything's going downhill. I mean, it's going downhill fast.
Yes.
Of course, I have to cancel the load.
Mm-hmm.
Once they got a good diagnosis of what was going on, of course, they're telling me it wasn't them. And I read the printout, and I'm looking at everything, and I'm going. And to me, and the way the truck started smoking, I felt like my turbo went out. That's what I felt, you know. Anyway, I say to hell with them. I call another tow truck to take me to Kenworth. Now, either way, I was fixing to get beat up because what Schneider's going to do, being that I got a Kenworth, they mostly have Freightliners. They're going to, well, we'll have to buy the parts from Kenworth. So I knew this Friday was going to be, if they look at it Friday, they ain't going to get the parts till Monday and all this kind of stuff. At least, so this is how I'm thinking. But anyway, I had the truck towed back to Kenworth. This is about 2 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
By the time I get another tow truck, this cost me another $350
to go 5 miles.
To go 5 miles to Kenworth. If you know the Kenworth dealership right there,
Dallas, Flying J area.
The right off of Bonnie View.
Yeah, Bonnie View Road.
Exit 472
off 20.
Yeah, so I have them tow it up there. They put it on the machine. And they're messing around. And they're messing around. At this point, I'm just like, y'all can have the truck.
Yeah.
Babe, get us a rental car. We're going home.
Because it was Thursday and I had to be to a funeral on Saturday because my grandma passed away. Wild. So we had a load going to Colorado and we were supposed to be there on Thursday, but with the truck acting up, we had to look for a rental car right away to jump, get back to Colorado by, Friday, family services and Saturday. But Dallas was just hot. It was hot as all get out. We sitting in the truck, they going back and forth. So we finally get a rental car, make it safely back home. But this was the 27th of June and we've been home since. Now they're going back and forth with him regarding the truck.
Extended vacation is what it's turned into.
We were supposed to be back on the road a couple of days after.
Y'all know how I'm thinking, boom, done had a great time on vacation. Let's make that money back. I'm ready to make that money back, right? It ain't happening. Then I'm going back and forth with them. When they finally get me, when did we get back here?
Was it Friday morning?
Friday morning, I think it was Sunday. Might have been Monday. When they finally got me in just to do the diagnostics of what's supposed to be. They send me a bill or estimate for $18,000.
Now, in my mind, I thought 20 grand myself. So when he said why the truck went in the shop, I was like, okay, we spending 20 grand off the top.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. This, for anybody out there that's talking about getting into this game and all that good stuff, if you've watched any of my videos, I say, save your money.
Yes.
Stack your money, especially that first year. Get it to a point, keep it there. You know what I'm saying? That maintenance account will save your life.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys. When we were working, I wasn't getting paid because he was saving money for the maintenance count. And he kept saying, babe, the biggest expense is probably going to be the engine. So off top, I want to at least get more than 20 plus thousand in this maintenance count. So if it breaks down, I got it. But I wasn't understanding. I'm like, dang it. What is he doing? I didn't see that part. And luckily, he's been a previous truck driver. He knew the expenses that we would need. Because if it was me as a solo truck driver and this happened to me, I'd have been in serious trouble because I wouldn't have had the 20,000 saved up.
Save it. Save it. I'm going to tell you now, no, listen to me. I relatively got a new truck. Okay. 2018. This is 2020. Yeah. Now, before she started driving with me, this is a second truck too. So you guys got to consider all those miles. But when I got this truck, the first year, 9 months to a year, she wasn't driving.
Right. So it was
She was
solo
just-
miles
She
for
was
him.
just sitting over there in the passenger seat,
Mhm.
you know,
Sometime driving.
being a coordinator, telling me when she wanted to stop. Anyway, but so, you know, that first 120, I think I probably put 120,000 miles on it.
Mhm.
Boom, she gets in the truck. We're driving 1 year. We're at 400,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
That quick. Guess what? Warranty items start dropping off, you know,
Right.
because certain things is at 250,000 and certain things at 300,000.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. You know, bottom line, ain't none of this under warranty. Okay. And I've always said there's one thing about a new truck. It's going to become a used truck at some point in time in its life. You know, when people ask me, should I get a new or a used truck? You know, the reality is a new truck becomes a used truck. It's just how quick, you know. And a team truck, just if you think about it from that perspective, if you're teaming, it becomes a used truck quicker.
Yes.
You know, you run out from under that, what you call it, that warranty real quick. Okay. But anyway, long story short, guys, we've been extended vacation. And I just want to kind of point out the cost. Like I say, they just hit us for 18,000. Well, I done kind of finagle with them. I went back and forth with them.
Mhm.
It wasn't this. Y'all make sure it was this. They told me it was completed today. I'm at 15,000. Yay, I saved $3,000. But guess where I spent $3,000? Tow trucks, rental car, all that kind of stuff, you know. And really, I probably should have turned the rental car in when we got back here. I didn't because I thought, oh, well, it's only going to be a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it doesn't turn into a week. And it's like, okay, babe, just, you know, what is it going to cost us to extend it for a week, you know, that type of thing.
So we're at 3 weeks.
We're 3 weeks in a rental car.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we came home. If we didn't come home, we're in a hotel.
Right.
She ain't going to stay at no Motel 6. You know what I'm saying? She ain't going to stay at no Motel 6. And the reality is, me neither, you know?
Mm-mm.
I want to be comfortable. So you just got to look at the cost of a breakdown.
Yeah.
You got to look at it. And mind you, they tried to say it was ahead at first, you know. Then it turned into the DEF system. Then it went back to, guess what? My turbo, you know. But for some reason, what's the terminology this guy used? Because when he used it on me, I'm like, what the hell are you telling? He said my DEF system, I've been drinking, so my memory ain't. But it was, I don't want to say contaminated because that's not the word. It was more like breached or something. You know, I'm like, what the hell is, you know? So basically, I just put a DEF system on. Okay. And they tried to give me the spill of, oh, well, we're not going to charge you for the labor and blah, blah, you know, we're not going to get you for that much labor. We're going to save you on labor. Okay. But that's one thing about these new trucks, guys. The DEF system alone, anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000. Depending on who you're dealing with. Now, mind you, I'm dealing with a dealership.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with Kenworth. You know, this ain't nobody that can give me a, you know, if they could have got the parts cheaper type of thing and give me a break. You know, really, I'm only getting a break, and that's because I'm fighting with them on the labor. You know, because they want to be, what is that? I think it's like, I got the estimate. I have to see exactly what they were going to. I mean, I know what it started at, and I know I've beat them down a little bit, but it's just crazy. It's crazy, but being ready for this,
Mm-hmm.
really, I could be out of business. You know what I'm saying? I could be out of business if you look at it from the, if I didn't have the money.
Right.
That, or I'm gonna have to go in there and try to get them to finance it for me, you know, and go through all that, and they might not finance it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to, run around and try to get this whole repair financed. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. That's all I can say. You don't want to be in that situation. Anyway, who's all in here? Hey, everybody. Hey, well, let's see what. Team 48, Michelle and Michael, Mr. Leonard, what's happening? How is everybody? Anyway, I know I was just going on there about it, but
we just wanted to kind of catch you guys up because we haven't been on there. And like I said, most of my team ladies know when your husband runs the channel, you have to get on him about doing a video.
She can do a video anytime she wants to.
This is his channel. I have my own channel, so this is his channel. I've been keeping up with my stuff. This Be Trucking was his baby.
Yeah, but thanks for stopping by.
But overall, you guys, like I said, if you guys have not checked out our Instagram channel, make sure you guys do. We do a lot of pictures when we don't come on live. That does not mean we're not keeping up with our families. You guys, there's plenty of pictures we post when we're home, we're on the road, what we're eating. So make sure you guys stay online and definitely keep up with us. Looking at babe.
I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, reading the comments. For our anniversary, which was the 18th, we ended up going to Jamaica. And at first we didn't think we could go, especially with COVID. And they kept calling us saying that they had to push out the reservation because they weren't fully open. And then as the last 2 days came, they ended up moving us from the hotel we were supposed to go to a whole totally different hotel.
To the resort. We were supposed to be staying in Rio.
Ocho Rios. Mm-hmm.
Which is like probably about an hour and a half down the coast from Montego Bay, where we ended up staying. The Montego Bay was okay. Well, I can't even say okay. It was great. It's beautiful over there, But with that being said,
thank you, Michelle.
What I didn't like is Montego Bay is right there by the airport. I took my drone with me, and I'm thinking I'm finna get some beautiful shots of the coast and, the resort and all that from the air. And the area that I was in was a restricted zone. So my drone would not even take off, So that kind of hurt my feelings there. But other than that, we had a great time, good eating. And what was so cool about it, these resorts over there, Sandals Resorts, they had been closed down for 4 months.
Right.
We were the first since they reopened.
Mm-hmm.
And like we got there on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Maybe 20, people. 30 other couples, spread out over this great big old resort. So it was all ours. It really was the first day or two, That Friday, everybody started to come in. That type of thing, over the weekend. So, but that first couple of days, we just had it to ourselves.
And I think they were trying to control it, not open it up 100%, but like 25% capacity. Because once we got in, we did have to get a screen for COVID. So we got the nose swab and the throat swab, and I've never got it done. And it was very uncomfortable. I mean, if you didn't get it, then you couldn't come into Jamaica. So it's like you had to sit there and have them put the Q-tip up here and then put a swab down your throat. And they let you know also once you do it, you're quarantined to your resort. So you couldn't go outside of your resort to do any off-road traveling, off-site sightseeing, you had to stay there until they gave you your test results. And it was like 48 hours before they were supposed to call us.
Probably 72 hours
72 hours,
they finally let us know, which we wasn't really looking to get off, go off the resort anyway. For the most part, we might have, did a few other things. First of all, like I say, we wasn't staying in the resort that we initially wanted to stay.
Right, yeah.
So that kind of, we didn't know what was around Montego Bay anyway. We had looked more at what was around Ocho Rio.
Right.
So,
and I think because we're supposed to be going with Beauty and the Beast, so when we were supposed to go with them, Ocho Rio, we almost kind of planned everything at Ocho Rio. So we wasn't thinking about Montego Bay, but things changed. And so we ended up going, but we weren't planning to go to Montego Bay. But overall, it was nice to get out the country because being quarantined, whether in our truck or at home, it was nice to see something different, nice to see other people. And they were very appreciative because they haven't been working for 4 months. So they was like, glad to be at work and just wanted to be outside just as much as we did. So to me, mentally, it was because we stayed about 8 days, 7 nights. So mentally, it was good for me getting out the truck and then seeing something new. So I was thankful that we was allowed to do it because unfortunately, if they decide to close back down, there may not be another trip.
And that's what they're doing. They're monitoring it.
Yes.
Everybody over there, they're looking at it, and if you look at Jamaica, it has the lowest.
One of the lowest.
When you start, if you're thinking about traveling, it has one of the, I'm talking about like 500 cases.
Yeah.
Overall, on the island. So, that's when you think about what we have here in Colorado, upwards. I know
it's spiking. That's all I know.
Yeah. Are they saying it's spiking here too now?
A little bit, yeah. So, of course, Jamaica's trying to keep their numbers down,
But I understand this. For the most part, if you're going to travel internationally, you're going to have to go. There's some hoops to jump through. There was a lot of little things that they had us do.
Travel authorization.
Yeah, we had to get authorization to travel, all that kind of stuff. And that was just on this end before we flew into Jamaica. We had to have things, travel authorization. And now they've added stuff to that. Because there's some type of test you got to take now. And they're not calling it the COVID test, but it's some other type of test you have to take. And it's within 7 days of traveling, which that would probably be kind of a headache, to
get an appointment somewhere and
then get that test took in and all that. I was just reading through that. Ever since I went over there, they've been sending me all this stuff. If you come to Jamaica again or come back, this is what you have to go through now. But it wasn't as bad first time. Well, I won't say it wasn't bad. That COVID test, that thing they stick down your nose, it damn near ends up in your stomach, like man. They seem to stick it so far. And
I don't think they were trained. I think they used volunteers to do it. So maybe if they were nurses, they would know exactly where to go. But these was people that was just wanting to work like a temp service, so they were like.
And if you've ever been, to Jamaica, if you've ever been there, they have somewhat of an aggressive nature, especially the I guess they're the police, but how they have military fatigues on. So it's, you get off the plane and this is what you walk into, the military and their police, and they're go this way, go that way. And there's 6, 7, 8 checkpoints that you have to go through. To fill out this, to fill out that. And then they're sanitizing you. Literally, the checkpoints are what, 5-10 yards, if that far? And they make you sanitize before you sit down with this person. They have a mask on and this big ass shield. there's a language barrier, and they're trying to talk to you, right? Through all this. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't understand half of the shit that you're saying. Good thing Babe was there because she could translate. But I'm like, man, this is, and like I say, about 7-8 checkpoints you got to go through. And that's before you even take the COVID test.
Right.
So it's a process getting in. And I guess we were fortunate because, like I say, when we landed, we were the first international travels. Most of the people that were on the plane with us were people that hadn't been let back in, that live in Jamaica.
That live in Jamaica, yeah. So
they hadn't let them back in, So it was a lot going on at the airport. I'll put it like that. It was a lot. Right.
So that video with some of the pictures he'll be getting to that hopefully here in the next few days. So that way you guys can see the pictures. But we just wanted to come on here and just check in with you guys because it's been a while since we've been on there. Nothing bad. Like I said, besides the truck not working, everyone's still in good health. We still got a job. We're still truck drivers. So we just got to go back down to Dallas here and pick up the truck and then back at it.
Hit the road. Make that money back. I got to make that 15 grand and all the other I didn't spend. But if you look at the brighter side of things, we've went international, traveled international, came back home, and we can look at this as our 14-day at-home quarantine. Is that a good way to look at it, though? I mean, we've been because we've been home since we got here. Yeah, we've been out the house. I think we went out the house a couple times. Just once, really, for the 4th of July, when we went over to my sister's house.
Yeah.
But really, we just been at home. So, and like you say, we're in good health. Hope all y'all are.
Yeah, hope everybody's doing good.
How has everybody been? Everybody been running, making money?
Has the load slowed down? Because I know some of the states are starting to shut back down. So, has anybody seen a decrease in loads, or what's going on there? Because we haven't been keeping up with the loads since we've been back home. So
no, I ain't looked at a load board.
You ain't looked at one.
I ain't had no truck. I ain't got no truck to pull no load. So it's like, well, I'm looking at a load board.
And for my ladies that are on here, if you guys love podcasts, I do have a podcast channel called A Second Chance at Life. August 3rd, I will be interviewing Divine Earth from Married to the Miles, and it was a really good interview. We did it actually today. I just got to edit it and then go ahead and put it on my podcast. So if you're like me and you're driving at night and need something to listen to, please make sure you check out my podcast, A Second Chance at Life.
Yeah.
Daddy came back.
All that stuff in the other room. I don't know why I couldn't get my audio to work. Well, I know why, because I've been drinking and it's just not clicking, I guess. So
Team 48 said their dedicated came back.
It came back.
Remember that dedicated run. Are you guys still making it back home on Friday nights? Because we still got you guys in mind. I don't know with COVID now, but remember we still was trying to have dinner with them in Atlanta. But with COVID, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know. But
Atlanta's been going kind of nuts. I seen something on. I guess it was the 4th of July. They were somewhere. Is it called drifting?
I don't know. Is that with the cars?
Yeah, they drift. They had it on, drifting with the cars and everything. And one guy is drifting and ends up running into another guy's car. And these fools start shooting at each other. So it's like, and then we want to holler Black Lives Matter. That's my thing there. So quick to kill each other. But I guess that's a whole different thing. But yeah, Atlanta's been kind of off the easy.
I think people are just kind of getting to the point where I don't know.
We're tired of being in the house. Money ain't right. You got to think this whole pandemic has impacted a lot of people in a lot of different ways. a lot of different ways. So,
Yeah.
but what else is going on?
I'm trying to see if I see any more comments.
Um,
Usually our grandson is on here. He ain't on here today. I guess not. You gotta check it out. It's.
I guess we I mean, I did get the call today that the truck is ready. Truck is ready. They supposedly drove it for. They told me a good hour.
So it shouldn't be smoking when we go back down there.
It shouldn't be smoking. Shouldn't be no check engine lights. Shouldn't be nothing.
We'll see.
But
and I wanted to record it when it was smoking, but I didn't think he wanted me to show his face and the way he was looking, because I wanted to kind of capture the whole thing at night. But I was like, he probably doesn't.
You could have captured it. I captured the tow driver hooking up to it. I just never.
You never put that up.
Never did the video.
See that? See, got the videos. Don't put them out.
I don't know.
Sparks, Nevada. Oh, okay.
Sometimes what's happening in Nevada?
Oh no, Leonard was saying, got to check out something, and he said Sparks, Nevada.
Yeah.
As far as Sparks, Nevada load. That's been pretty much it. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, that's the excitement in our life, as far as the whole trucking industry. Is the trucks broke down?
Back up.
Back running now, supposedly.
And the years are going by so fast. Think about it, like in 2 weeks, it's about to be August. And if COVID kicks up, Christmas time is already slow as is. It's like, Jesus.
I don't know. And if you look at it, here's the thing. Here's another reason to save your money. I can't stress that enough. When you look at it, we took 30 days off when the pandemic first hit because freight slowed down so much. We was off for the month. Was it the month of April?
Yes.
For the month of April, we took off and we did pretty good for what? For May.
Yeah, because we tried to do it up into the vacation.
Right.
And then my grandma was getting sick. We came back.
Right. So,
because it picked up as it went.
It's just, more going out than coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to look at it from that perspective. And if you don't position yourself to be, I guess, prepared for something like this, and I guess now the pandemic, I don't think nobody prepared to say, freight's gonna hit. I mean, just go to the crapper, and you're gonna end up taking 30 days off because ain't nothing to move. That type of thing. And I know it impacted different
industries.
Different, just part of the trucking community itself. Whether you were reefer or tanker or whatever, some things kept moving for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about your dry van, if it wasn't essential, they wasn't moving it.
Right. Yeah.
That really took an impact, on the whole dry van part of the industry. So I know that, a lot of people's money was probably funny during that time.
Right.
But here we are. We're hanging on.
Blessed.
We're still here.
Bless. Thank you, Team 48. Thank you.
The mortgage is paid.
Bills is paid. That's it. Definitely blessed. Just definitely blessed, which makes staying at home less stressful. Because if you got to worry about bills and where money's coming from, staying at home makes no difference. So thankfully that we were blessed to, have the money and be able to still function as normal, much as possible. So. Very thankful.
Everything is still taken care of, so that's good.
Yeah.
But now I got to build it back up, So that's just how you have to look at that. You got to build it back up, but you got to keep it there. It's that simple. You got to keep it there. If you don't keep it there, you won't be ready.
Yeah.
And like I say, stay ready.
And I got to get back on this night shift. So for the last 30 days I've been up on the day shift. So now I got to start slowly transitioning my body back to the night shift. So that's going to be the hard part for me. For him, he's up every day and drives the day shift. So for him, this transition is not a problem.
You want me to drive at night?
Don't do that, because you're not going to drive at night. He says that every time, like it's going to change.
She know I can't see.
Then that's the thing. Like I can see any better. But I try.
She sees much better.
I drive 58 to 62 miles per hour. He can do the same in the dark. But let that be his excuse why he don't want to drive the dark.
That I can't see?
Baby, it's light up until 9 o'clock in some areas.
Oh, what? You act like I don't drive into your shift.
Sometimes.
Well, a lot of times I drive right into your shift. You know.
Because our schedule be out.
But then, see, you get mad at me for driving into your shift. Because you go,
because I want the daylight.
You took all my daylight.
For night drivers know when you gotta drive the night shift,
I can't win.
Any daylight you will take.
I cannot win.
Because once it start becoming fall and winter time and it gets dark at 5, it's dark from when you start your shift to you end your shift. So summer is our time to shine on the night shift. And we need all the daylight we can get.
We got 3 more months. When does time change?
November.
October or November?
November. Yeah.
And you start seeing the difference in October.
Yeah. It will. Darker sooner. So I'm enjoying the heat and the daylight all at once.
Yeah.
So it's been a good time, you guys. But we just wanted to check in. We didn't want to hold you guys long. Just wanted to let you know we still alive, still kicking.
Yeah, we is.
Still doing it. We'll be back.
And you know what they say, this be trucking. Y'all didn't know that's how that worked, huh? Yeah. It is. Anyway.
Well, you guys have a good night, and thank you for spending this time with us. We will see you guys next time. Like I said, if you guys can check us out on Instagram, please do. If not, I'm going to get on my husband about making more YouTube videos for our YouTube subscribers.
I'm going to go in here and get this working right. I'm going to do one tomorrow. I'm going to come back on here tomorrow. Matter of fact, if I can get I know I didn't have no volume when I went on. I don't know if y'all saw that. First 2 or 3 tries, I couldn't get the volume to work. But when I get the volume to work, we'll check in tomorrow. And Sunday. Tomorrow Saturday?
Tomorrow Saturday, yes.
Okay, because we ain't going to go get the truck. We ain't going to leave out of here till Monday. Go that well. Hey, I got a truck. I might want to look at the load.
No, that's what happened last time. You booked the load
booked the load
before, and then the whole thing. And they ain't gonna let you cancel no more. It's your 3rd cancel, so you better.
What you mean they ain't gonna let me cancel?
They ain't gonna let you cancel.
If I can't take it, I can't take it.
They not gonna be messing around. You better wait till we get in the truck and make sure it works before you start booking loads.
Yeah, and then they truck insurance to call. They call and say, "Hey, you ain't made no money," because usually my truck insurance is took right out of my settlement. They called me today and said,
"Hey, son,
you got a credit card or something?"
Yeah, they called us today wanting their payment.
So I have to pay them today. See, you just have to look at. I'm looking at this and I'm not thinking about this, but I'm right back to.
All right, Leonard, I see you.
This whole breakdown, the repair, and everything else that keeps coming. You know what I mean? My truck insurance, I pay that weekly. That's been coming for the last 3 weeks. My whatever.
Insurance? I don't know.
I'm just insurance, my mortgage, well, everything on the house, and just the cost, you know.
So they still want their money regardless if
they still want what they call them. You got your variable expenses and your fixed expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Those fixed expenses, they still there. You know,
still want you to pay them.
Truck note. They still want that truck note.
That they do.
You know, they don't care if it's in the shop. You know, so let my
lesson
experience be a lesson to you.
Yes,
that's how I'll put it. Let my experience be a lesson to you. Don't do this the wrong way. Do it the right way.
Your son said, "Show him the money."
Huh?
Your son said, "Show me the money."
Show
That's what he said.
I got to, son. Can you just come in here?
He's at the very bottom.
But it went down from 18 to 15, son. So I saved $3,000 to spend somewhere else. Because I ain't making no money. But yeah. Hey, thanks for dropping by, guys. I'm gonna get off here and
Leonard, be safe. Heading to Cali.
all right, Leonard. But like I say, yeah, I'm gonna get I'm gonna do another video tomorrow. I'm gonna come live tomorrow. Watch. Because I gotta figure out to make sure this
He
works.
about to go to sleep and forget.
Who about to go to sleep?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go. I'm gonna go have me another drink. Peace, y'all. Love y'all.
Be safe. See you guys
Stop
later.
by and see us tomorrow.
He said, "Better start stripping." That's what your son said.
Better start what?
Stripping. That's what our son is crazy. He just throwing up stuff on here now.
Woo!
He gonna have to get back to work. He gonna do
Mom,
something.
you gotta start stripping.
No, he didn't say
Who's
mom.
talking to me?
He didn't say mom. He said dad. He think he said dad.
You said that.
I didn't see quite dad, but I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. He walked away, y'all. He's not about to do no video. He's just feeling himself. So thank you guys for joining us. I will see you guys later on.
You still on there?
Yes, baby. I was still on
You're
here.
supposed to hit the end stream.
There was 7 people on here. I didn't want to be rude and just hang out.
I said bye.
You just walked away.
I thought I said bye.
You about to go to sleep?
No, I'm finna go in here and figure out as drunk as I can what went wrong with my volume.
So,
Huh?
your son said that.
What's up? Are you still on there?
No, he said for you to go strip, not for me.
Oh. Boy. Tell him to put that is he still on there?
I'm sure baby's still on here.
Tell him to let's play with his what's his name? Was it Ronan? Is it Ronan? Tomorrow.
Son, your dad said, could you please come over tomorrow so you guys can
Play with his toys.
play with your new
know what I'm
toys he
talking
got.
about.
So hopefully that makes sense. Yes, I'm sorry, Team 48. This speed is in rare form. When he's not driving, he uses his time to relax. So, yeah. This is the only time that he gets to do it, so he tries to have fun with it. So he said he's going to a car show tomorrow, babe. He's going to a car show tomorrow.
Outdoors or indoors?
I don't know. You just give him a call, babe. I don't.
Outdoors or indoors?
Give him a second. So you going too? Yes.
What
Yes.
y'all talking about?
Talking to Team 48.
I said, what you talking
I
about?
said,
Yes,
that's who I was talking to. Team 48. She said you're in rare form.
I'm in rare form. Whatever.
That's the team. He said outdoor.
Oh, well, I can bring my drone and do a flyover.
Any reason to bring his drone? Son, make sure you call your dad either later on today or tomorrow. I'm not sure what he's talking about. He'll probably forget to, so. All right, Leonard, you be safe. Thank you for watching as always. Head safe to Cali, whatever direction you are going. Team 48, I hope you guys enjoy your time off. Hopefully sooner than later, we can definitely play catch up, have dinner, do something, but we'll see you guys later.